job today belongs to Marquette King, the Raiders punter. Haven't seen him yet. Oakland has not punted with 9:42 to go in the third quarter. They've scored on all 7 possessions. They'll start this drive at their own 34-yard line. It is Latavius Murray with some room. Murray second level. Murray sheds a tackle and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 23 for Latavius Murray.
It's just looking way too easy for the Raiders right now. You see, again, we've seen it several times, both off the toss and off the handoff action, where they're pulling big boys out in front, getting to the edge, giving Latavius Murray or Taiwan Jones the opportunity to get to the edge and slice right up that sideline.
Oakland averaging better than 9 yards a play today. They have 381 yards of offense. This is Roy Halou on the carry. And we sat with John Pagano, the defensive coordinator for the Chargers, on Friday, and we asked him about his run defense, 29th in the league, and he said we really focused on playing a full 60 minutes. It's just been a thing or two here or there, little things that are adding up, but today it's been a lot of big things and big problems once again for that San Diego run defense.
And this is a San Diego defense that, coming into this game, was very disappointed with how many explosive plays they've given up over the course of this season. Today, many plays of 20-plus yards. It's gotten worse, if anything.
Halou going backwards that time. Well, you figured this might have been a day for the Chargers' rush defense to get going. Oakland does not run the ball well coming in. 27th in the league, averaging just 90 yards per game on the ground. But even the Raiders have been able to find their way against San Diego.
Well, you know, Jack Del Rio denied that they put some extra focus on the run game during the bye week, but it's obvious they came out with the intention of running the football, and they are getting after it better than they have all year.
3rd down and 13 with 7:50 to go in the third. Carr to Smith. And he can't get away from Kendall Reyes. So for the first time today, Marquette King gets to show off his leg. Look at him running out there. He can't wait to actually get in the game.
Finally get a chance to play.
Well, you know,
the only thing he's done is hold for Janikowski.
He probably feels guilty, you know, collecting that paycheck next week if he didn't do any work, you know.
I doubt that.
I don't think so either.
I wouldn't.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
One of the most amazing stats is that here in their 7th game, the Chargers have a total of 3 punt return yards on the season. The whole year, on their punt returns, 3 yards. Jacoby Jones lets this one bounce. And they're still going to have 3 yards. They'll start this drive at the 15-yard line. 6:54 to go. Marquette King getting in the game here in San Diego.
Let your Camry show you that your driveway isn't just connected to your street, but to the ends of the earth. From coastal highways to roller coaster hills, to the street that changed music forever, and the perfect route for a getaway. It's all one road, waiting for you to take it. Discover more in a Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Before I had the shooting, burning, pins and needles of diabetic nerve pain, these feet grew up in a family of boys. Married my high school sweetheart and pursued a degree in education. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer. So I talked to my doctor, and she prescribed Lyrica.
Nerve damage from diabetes causes diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica is FDA approved to treat this pain. Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worsening depression, or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain, and I love helping first graders put their best foot forward.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx, solutions that matter. And by Pennzoil Synthetics. Make the switch to Pennzoil Pure Plus Synthetics today.
Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by MetLife. A look from above at the San Diego Zoo. Kind of a lazy day in San Diego, but the Raider fans, they are enjoying things here in Southern California. 1st and 10 for San Diego with 6:54 to go in the third quarter. And Melvin Gordon is in at running back for the first time today. His first carry. And Gordon with a first down. How about that? Melvin Gordon runs for 11. Back to New York, an NFL Today update with JB and Bart Scott.
Giants answer back.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is going to pick off Matt Castle and take it 58 yards to regain the lead. Giants lead 17-13.
8:32 and counting in the third. Andrew, Steve, and Steve.
Guys, thank you. Rivers' pass is off the hands of Stevie Johnson and incomplete. Well, interesting move for the Chargers to now insert Melvin Gordon. Did not play the entire first half.
Maybe Mike McCoy wants to get him some reps. It's not going to be a game changer for the Chargers. But what I noticed, though, on that was a play where Phillip Rivers makes that throw in his sleep. Stevie Johnson was wide open coming across the middle, and it wasn't even close.
Rivers is 0 for 4 this half. It's Gordon again. And Gordon with no gain on the play. It'll be third down. Raider fans will come to life again. Phillip Rivers had to use a silent count a couple of weeks ago for a home game on Monday Night Football because there were so many Steelers fans in the house. And he said that they practiced using the silent count again this week because of the expected large turnout from the Raider fans. We haven't really seen them using it, but it is loud in here with all these Oakland fans. On 3rd and 10. Rivers sideline, incomplete, broken up by Malcolm Smith. Nothing going right offensively for the Chargers, and once again, Mike Cyphers will come out for his 5th punt of the day.
Well, Michael Smith does an outstanding job as he stays with Green. Watch as he gets his hand up and just undercuts that ball.
Did you see, though, I mean, and it's one of those things where we can sit there and debate it all along. There was definitely coverage 8 to 10 yards up the field. Michael Smith, when Ladarius Green was trying to come out of his break, he did bump him, knock him off his route a little bit. That thing is called a lot of times. It's just hard to get the consistency that you're looking for. That would be a penalty by the rule.
Malcolm Smith has 6 tackles, 1 interception, and 2 passes defense today. The 5th-year linebacker out of USC. Here's Carey on the return. And Carey to midfield. 5:24 to go, third quarter. Raiders in control.
Your journey isn't about a single destination. It's about everything your Corolla can reveal to you along the way. The surprises you find 200 feet in front of you, and all the stories hidden up ahead. There are endless destinations waiting for you to find them. Discover more in a Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
So Courtyard is the official hotel of Super Bowl 50. You're the marketing geniuses. What do you have planned? Wow, impressive.
It's even a little dangerous.
Yes.
Skycam.
Every guest gets a highlight reel.
A highlight of what? Not gonna sugarcoat it. This one's not my favorite.
To see a great idea, go to Courtyard.com for your chance to wake up in the stadium on Super Bowl Sunday. Courtyard, official hotel of the NFL.
The ice is nice, but I miss the bubbles. Not the same without bubbles.
Madam Secretary, someone is trying to sell photos of your daughter and the president's son being intimate.
What?
A new Madam Secretary, then.
Ouch, my head is hurting from the wrongness here. Do I need to worry about you?
Yeah. A new Good Wife after Madam Secretary CBS tonight.
Earlier this week, the Chargers, along with the California Highway Patrol, an organization called Impact Teen Drivers, and some middle school students all joined forces to spread a message about making better decisions behind the wheel as part of the NFL's Play 60 program. Corey Leggett teamed up as well to educate young people in avoiding distractions or reckless driving. 5:24 to go, third quarter. Raiders lead 37-6. Oakland has not won an AFC West game on the road in 3 years when they won at Arrowhead in 2012. Derek Carr, 21 of 26, 268 yards and 3 touchdowns. And this is the 4th time today that an Oakland drive will start in San Diego territory. Chargers have only run 5 plays in Oakland territory. Carr to the air on first down, caught by Marcel Reese and nudged out of bounds by Flowers. With NFL Mobile, watch local and primetime NFL games live on your smartphone. Learn more at NFL.com/mobile. Well, we sat with Derek Carr last night and said, you know, what's the biggest difference year 1 to year 2? And he said he had some minor tweaks that he changed this year. And the biggest one was that last year, after games on a Sunday, he'd take 24 hours, go with his family, hang out, just kind of relax a little bit. This year, after a game, he'll immediately start watching film of the game he just played and also film of his next opponent. Does not have that 24-hour buffer anymore as Latavius Murray picks up a first down and a flag comes in. But an interesting little tweak for Carr, and it seems to be working for him.
No doubt about it. And those are the things that come with experience.
Holding, offense, number 10. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
As Seth Roberts is called for the holding. But those are the things that really make a difference in the development of a quarterback. The maturity for a young guy to understand that those little things piled on top of each other make a big, big difference over time. And we're seeing him reap the benefit of making that kind of a commitment to being as good as he can possibly be.
Hey, chill, attack 2. Players, attack 2. That's the game.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. That's caught by Roberts and knocked out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Roberts, the first-year man out of West Alabama, had the game-winning touchdown against Baltimore back in week 2. That's when the Raiders scored 37 points. They have 37 again today against San Diego.
There's Billy Musgrave. I had the opportunity to play for him when I was with the Carolina Panthers.
Pretty sure you've played with half the coaches down on the field in this game. And on 3rd down, Olawale is stopped short. Well, it's actually a really interesting story with Musgrave and Mike McCoy. In 2000, Musgrave was the offensive coordinator in Carolina, along with the quarterback's coach. And McCoy, his first job in the NFL was as an offensive assistant for Musgrave. However, after 4 weeks, Musgrave resigned, and McCoy, who's just 28 years old, was promoted to quarterback's coach of the Carolina Panthers. Who was his quarterback? None other than Steve Berline, who was also 6 years older than McCoy at that time.
Yes, I was. And Mike McCoy had a look of absolute panic when I walked into the office that day as we prepare for this 4th down punt. We have a stoppage, delay a game. But the
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Of course, you never expect your offensive coordinator to step down for whatever the reasons might be. And Mike McCoy, in his first NFL job as a 28-year-old kid, as my coach, the quarterback coach, he looked at me like, what in the world are we going to do now? And I just kind of put my arm on his shoulder and said, hey, young man, young buck, don't worry about it. We'll figure this thing out. And we ended up getting through it just fine. And he's had a stellar career since that point, obviously struggling today with his Chargers.
Fair catch called for by Jacoby Jones. You did throw for 3,730 yards that year, which was 7th in the NFL. And I usually give you a hard time about some of your numbers, but Going to give you credit there. Maybe a little assist to Mike McCoy as well.
Well, you could tell he was going to be a very good football coach. His understanding of offensive football was at a very high level. He had the qualities you look for in a head coach, the organizational skills, the ability to focus and identify, in detail where changes needed to be made. You could see those things progressing over the course of his career. And it's landed him a great opportunity in San Diego, one that he didn't expect to be in this position this year, but I have confidence Mike McCoy will get this thing figured out.
Rivers taking a deep shot, looking for Malcolm Floyd. Flag is down. And we'll see what the call is. It's going to be pass interference against the Raiders.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 25. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
So they call contact instead of pass interference, just a 5-yard penalty.
You'll see as he comes out, and Malcolm Floyd, and he gets right in his way. And that's all it takes these days. And you and I look at each other every week, Steve Berline and we look at each other every week and think, yeah, are they going to call that today or are they not going to call that today? That's the 11th penalty for 100 yards against the Raiders.
Here's Melvin Gordon trying to get to the outside, now cuts it back and tackled at the 30-yard line by Mario Edwards Jr. Gordon, the 15th pick in the draft this past year, 32 touchdowns last year, but still looking for his first NFL touchdown. Coming into the day, 91 touches with no touchdowns. That was the most touches without a score in the NFL. Gordon on second and short, and he's got the first down. Really strange about these Gordon fumbles this year. 4 fumbles, 3 lost fumbles. At Wisconsin, it took him 322 carries before he had his first fumble.
It's one of those things, though, that it does become an issue in your head, and you've got to have the ability mentally to block it out of your mind. And when it starts happening a little bit, especially with a young player, you start pressing and thinking about it more than you need to, more than you should, and it ends up making the problem worse. And I think Mike McCoy's had the conversation, Phillip Rivers had the conversation. They've all probably talked to him and said, listen, man, you've never had a fumbling problem before. You're not going to fumble anymore. Just forget about it and move on.
Rivers to Keenan Allen. Catch is made at the 39, and Allen up to the 42, about a half-yard shy of a first down. Keenan Allen, we chatted with him on Friday and told us something rather interesting. He came into training camp in the best shape of his life as Gordon gets the carry on second and short. And he said, what did you do differently in the offseason, Keenan Allen? And he said, I ran a lot, just conditioned every day, and changed my diet a little bit. Oh, what'd you do with your diet? Well, I don't eat breakfast anymore. He said, oh, what do you mean? Oh, no, I just cut out breakfast. I only eat 2 meals a day. He said, everyone in the world, including every mom in the world, says that breakfast is the most important meal. He goes, yeah, no, I don't eat breakfast. Before a 1 o'clock game, I'll have a piece of chicken, 3 pieces of bacon. That's it. That's my lunch, and then I'll pig out after the game. So Keenan Allen, 2 meals a day, and he leads the NFL in catches this year. Go figure. 3rd and 1, Gordon, and he's got the first down. Could be the final play of the third quarter.
What was interesting about that conversation with Keenan, though, was that he looked at us like, no, I've got it all figured out now. I mean, this is a very disciplined, strict diet that I'm on, and it's really made a difference.
Right. Everyone who eats 3 meals is wrong.
I was waiting for him to bust out laughing and say he was punking us.
Rivers, and that pass is caught by the man who does not eat breakfast, Keenan Allen, and that's the final play of the third. Oakland rolling 37-6. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
These scientists need some liquid helium.
I know a guy. Don't ask too many questions.
Who is he?
Where does he work?
How's he get the helium?
How many questions? Too many questions.
A new Big Bang Theory, CBS this Monday.
Code Black. New CBS Wednesday 10, 9 Central.
Its effects
on society really came about not because I was selfish and wanted one for myself, which I did. It's because I had a passion my whole life. I wanted to teach myself to build computers. I wanted to build these things for free. I just wanted to do it for the world. And, you know, when you want something, that's what you do the best.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than a million years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Start of the fourth quarter in San Diego, where Oakland has tied a season high with 37 points. Raiders had 3 wins all of last year. They're on the verge of their third here in week 7 of the 2015 season. 2nd and 1 for San Diego. It's Melvin Gordon who picks up another Chargers first down. Don't forget, coming up after the game, time permitting, it's the Subway postgame show with JB, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. They'll have all the latest NFL scores and highlights all coming up on the Subway postgame show. San Diego, 5 of their first 6 games were decided by 7 points or fewer. Not the case today, as they trail by 31 to start the fourth. Pressure coming by Malcolm Smith, and he's got the sack. What a day from Malcolm Smith. Interception in the first quarter, and now he has his 3rd sack of the season.
This is a designed play that, here he is right here, and just shoot straight up the middle, but Ken Norton, Jack Del Rio, great defensive coach. That was just a big-time mistake right there by center Trevor Robinson. When one man goes away and another defender's coming to you, you got to pass that off. Trevor Robinson stayed with the nose guard, and that allowed a free run on Phillip Rivers.
A loss of 9, 2nd and 19. Stevie Johnson makes the catch, and Stevie Johnson has a first down. A 19-yard pickup. Emerson on the coverage.
We had anticipated Stevie Johnson being a much bigger part of this team, being back in the lineup. Gives the Chargers 3 really tough matchups. Stevie Johnson in the slot along with Malcolm Floyd and, of course, Keenan Allen on the outside. It has not materialized today. That's the first time Stevie Johnson's been able to get loose.
Rivers taking a shot down the sideline. Incomplete. Big hit by Charles Woodson. He hammered Malcolm Floyd to break up that pass.
Well, a lot has been said in the last couple of weeks about Charles Woodson. He had the 2 interceptions against Peyton Manning, the first 2 against the guy who came into the league with Charles Woodson. He's 39 years old, and you can say what you want about a guy that old playing defensive back. He is still athletic enough to make that play and make every play that a safety needs to. And at his age, that is unbelievable.
And he played it right, too. That was a very good, clean hit at the very end, right on time.
Rivers gets rid of it to Green with room to run. Ladarius Green down the sideline. Touchdown, San Diego. 4th touchdown of the season for the Chargers tight end.
I've talked about it a little bit earlier today. That's about the 4th or 5th time Ladarius Green has come underneath the defense uncovered, and Phillip Rivers has tried to push it up the field. This is the first time he said, you know what, I'm going to take the easy throw. Let's see if we can get it to the big man, let him run with it. Well, it obviously pays off for him this time right here. Ladarius Green gets to the sideline. It's a much-needed touchdown for this Chargers offense, and obviously they're hoping they can build on it.
Green, the fourth-year man out of Louisiana Lafayette, a fourth-round pick in the 2012 draft. And Lambo's extra point is good. So finally, the Chargers find the end zone with 12:58 to go in the fourth quarter.
Why chase trends when you can make a statement? The unmistakable Audi Q5. Qualifying customers may receive $750 toward a new Audi Q5.
My Cleveland Browns
versus my Cincinnati Bengals. We'll see you Thursday night.
Browns-Bengals, November 5th at 8. Thursday Night Football, now only on NFL Network.
You are watching NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
An 11-play, 83-yard drive for the Chargers. Ladarius Green, the touchdown, and now, for the first time this season, San Diego is set to attempt an onside kick. You like the call with 12:58 to go?
Yeah, it's your only hope.
Doesn't get the bounce. Rivera drops it, but bailing him out is Asante. Rivera had his hands on it, then it went up in the air, but Asante was able to corral it for the Raiders.
Yeah, you'll see this ball pop high in the air, and as that does that, that gives the Chargers time to get down. The Raiders do a good job of breaking the charge initially. Rivera can't pull it in. As you said, Asante right there. It's all about getting possession, getting that ball batted out of bounds somehow or way, coming up with it.
I would have liked to have seen like a little pooch kick or something right there. There was everybody except the return man was up within 10 yards of the line to gain, the line they had to cross. There was a lot of field out there to maybe pop that over the top.
Well, it didn't work, so a pooch kick might have worked better than the onside. But the onside gives you even worse field position if you're the Chargers defense.
So 1st and 10 for Oakland. Kalu on the left side. Big hit over there by Cavell Connor.
Where you think you just pooch the ball either into this area or hold on, back in here behind the deep guy. There's nobody behind him. There's a guy back in the end zone, and give your guys, your speed guys, a chance to sprint to the football before the Raiders can actually even get there. And that would have been at least as successful as that play they just ran, and it would have given them better field position.
And the element of surprise, I think, is a little bit greater on something unusual like that.
Kalu again reverses field, and Kalu dives up to the 40-yard line. Melvin Ingram with the tackle. It'll be 3rd down for Oakland.
Well, I think you get a sense both on defense, certainly on that last drive as the Chargers went right down the football field and scored. But the Raiders took a deep breath and kind of relaxed, looked at the scoreboard and said to themselves, there's no way the Chargers are going to win this game. And now they're handing the football off, and we'll see if that continues. They handed it off on 3rd down last series. We'll see if they're a little impatient, want to try and stay on the field with a 1st down.
Carr, and that pass is juggled and incomplete, intended for Andre Holmes. So the San Diego defense does the job, and Marquette King will have to come out to punt for the third time.
Yeah, this was one of the few balls that got away from Derek Carr right there. That ball was not thrown well. He had a chance to put it on the body of Andre Holmes, but instead he put it behind. That would have been a nice conversion. Would have allowed the Raiders to run off a few more minutes off the 11:30 left in this ball game.
Jacoby Jones called a timeout. I think the Chargers had too many men.
They're first. This is a 30-second timeout.
So they have to waste a timeout here early in the fourth quarter. Well, it's been a wild day in the NFL. Tampa Bay lost a 24-point lead. Washington came back to win. The Jaguars earlier this morning were up 24, although they did come back to beat Buffalo. But we've seen some big leads disappear already today.
And we saw a 31-point first quarter in the Miami game.
Unbelievable.
31 points in the first quarter. And at one point, Ryan Tannehill was 18 of 18 with 3 touchdowns today. 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Miami did not lose that lead.
No, they did not.
Destroyed Houston. King's punt bounces at the 5 and goes into the end zone. So San Diego getting the ball back. They'll start from the 20 when we return.
Here's the 50-yarder for the win.
It's not going to make it.
The kick is up, and it's good. The Texans win. The Texans win. What a comeback.
Yeah!
The kick is up. It's good.
In your face. I never doubted it.
Woo! Texans!
How much do we love football?
Barbara!
You have no idea.
We won!
Hyundai is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
All right, now that we have merged with Cable World, we are so excited to hear your big ideas on how we're going to take on DirecTV. So over to you.
Thank you. Full disclosure, we forgot to come up with ideas.
I mean, we got messed up last night. You're lucky we're even here.
But we did bring breakfast.
Bagels?
Nope.
Oh, my goodness.
Peel and eat shrimp.
Not how I would have gone, but it's good. It's innovative, and that's what we want here.
Get rid of cable and switch to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
This is Henry. Expertise, staining carpet. It is his life's work. He is relentless. He is resourceful. But this is new life-proof carpet from the Home Depot, with stain-resistant technology built in to help keep tough stains out. Checkmate, Henry. Let's do this. Get any carpet installed, including new stain-resistant life-proof, for free. Only at the Home Depot.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Hyundai, an official sponsor of the NFL. And by AT&T. DirecTV and AT&T are now one, bringing television and wireless together.
Coming up after the game time permitting, the Subway postgame show with JB, Bart Boomer, and Coach Cower. They'll have all the latest NFL scores and highlights all coming up on the Subway postgame show. 11:21 to go in the fourth. Chargers scored on their last drive. Trying to creep back in. They trail 37-13. Phillip Rivers just 174 yards passing after throwing for 503 last week at Lambeau Field. And they'll start this drive on the ground with Branden Oliver. Well, a lot of speculation, of course, with the NFL possibly relocating to Los Angeles next year. The 3 teams that are talked about the most, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the St. Louis Rams. And certainly that's on the minds of a lot of fans in both of these cities. And to that end, the NFL will hold town hall meetings in all 3 cities, San Diego, Oakland, and St. Louis, next week. So fans can express their views to the NFL league office. Roger Goodell will not attend those meetings, but members of his staff will. And there's one of the proposals is having San Diego and Oakland, the Raiders and Chargers, share a stadium in Carson, California, and local radio station, the Mighty 1090, reported that on Friday, Raiders owner Mark Davis met with Chargers ownership here in San Diego as Oliver makes the catch out of the backfield. And one of the other nuggets that came out this week is that Chargers special counsel Mark Fabiani told that radio station that the Chargers plan to file for relocation in January, and he said that 25% of Chargers season tickets come from fans in LA and Orange counties, and they need to protect those markets. That was the Chargers ownership box led by Dean and Alex Spanos. So much going on with these two teams with their futures up in the air, but a bit uneasy times for fans in both these cities.
No doubt. I live in Orange County and been a long time, my whole life, born and raised in Southern California, and they are hungry for a football team for sure, and one of these is going to happen, no doubt about it. The bottom line is, in order to keep the possibility alive for the Chargers, that has to be filed in January. And it's a very, very realistic possibility, even though the Raiders and the Chargers are in the same division, and that might present some awkward issues and problems and dilemmas that they have to face. The bottom line is that the Raiders and the Chargers are committed to making this happen if it's their best option.
No team in Los Angeles since '95 when the Rams and Raiders both departed. And a lot more to come on this issue in the coming months. Right now, 3rd and 10 for San Diego. Rivers fires, and that pass is caught by Dontrell Inman for a San Diego first down. And now there's an injured Charger behind the play down at the 41-yard line.
There's also a Raider on the far sideline that stayed down.
Orlando Franklin is the injured Charger. He had to come out earlier and also missed the last 3 games with a high ankle sprain.
DJ Hayden is down on the far side for the Raiders as well.
Hayden, the 3rd-year man out of Houston. So injuries for both teams with 8:45 to go in the 4th.
Look at you.
Oh, look at him.
One look can change the way you see the world.
Look at you.
Look after them with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Oh, right there. Right there. Oh, yeah. Hey, Siri, how do I look?
Judging from your voice, I'd say you must be fairly attractive.
Thanks. You got a crush on me.
PC does what?
PC does what no PC has done before. Does yours?
CBS tomorrow. Get ready for Super Monday. First, it's an all-new Big Bang Theory.
Okay, babe, let's do this.
Followed by the premiere of Supergirl.
I got him.
Then a new episode of Scorpion.
Can't wait.
Supergirl premieres after Big Bang, followed by Scorpion. It all starts tomorrow, 8/7 Central.
Saturday, the SEC on CBS rolls out the best game from the best conference, a big rivalry game. It gets so heated, they play it on neutral turf. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. The hoopla begins with college football today. Back in San Diego, 8:45 to go, 4th quarter, and the cart has come out for Orlando Franklin, the 5th-year man out of Miami. Did not play the last 3 games because of an ankle injury and clearly frustrated as he is carted off the field. This is nothing new for San Diego. They have just been ravaged by injuries this year. 8 different offensive linemen have already played over 100 snaps this season.
Oh, just gets that foot planted and rolled up on, stepped on. Last week was the only game this year the offensive line that started the game actually finished the game. That's how desperate it's been. The San Diego Chargers have been through more offensive linemen since the beginning of last year than any other team in the NFL by far.
Hayden was able to walk off under his own power as Rivers' pass is incomplete on 1st and 10. And again, San Diego without several key players, as we showed you off the top of the broadcast, with no Eric Weddle, missing a game for the first time since 2009. Manti Te'o out with an ankle injury for the 2nd straight game. Antonio Gates not able to play. These are not excuses for San Diego, but this has been a major issue for the Chargers all season long. Oliver out of the backfield. Oliver cuts back, and Branden Oliver has a San Diego first down.
Late flag coming in. That was a little bit of a pile jumper there at the end. You saw Steve Tasker.
Yeah, it's Oliver striving for further yardage.
After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, offense, number 76, with a late hit, 15-yard penalty, still a first down.
DJ Fluker, right guard. You'll see him come tumbling in over this as this play goes down, and there's Fluker coming in late, hitting Mack in the back.
There is Antonio Gates, not able to play today because of a knee injury he suffered late in the 4th quarter last week against the Packers. It's a knee injury for Orlando Franklin, and he will not return. As Chargers completes to Oliver. Branden Oliver played at the University at Buffalo, where his roommate for 4 years was Khalil Mack of the Raiders. So they're roommates for the majority of their time at Buffalo, and they still work out together in the offseason.
In Buffalo, which is
crazy.
Yeah, sounds crazy.
Well, Tasker
playing in California.
Yeah. Rivers to a wide open Green, and he dropped it. Ladarius Green at daylight to run, but he could not hold down. It's 3rd down and 6.
Well, when it rains, it pours. This is one that Phillip Rivers laid in there perfectly. Ladarius Green coming across the field, and Rivers, the nice touch pass over the top. No excuse for that. He's going to catch it and go down the sideline. You're right, Andrew. He was going to get that down inside the red zone, possibly break one tackle for another score.
Just the 4th drop pass of the season by the Chargers. Coming into the week, they were tied for the fewest drops in the NFL with the Seahawks. 3rd and 6. Rivers, quick pass to Johnson, lost the ball. And they're going to say that it was a catch and a fumble and a recovery. Either way, it's not enough for a first down. It's 4th down. You got to think San Diego is going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. As solid as the execution has been for the Raiders running these screen passes to the wide receivers, this was poorly executed by the Chargers. Stevie Johnson out there in front of the offensive lineman. No one out there to protect him to catch that ball and turn up the field. Just poor execution.
On 4th and 6. Rivers fires, broken up. Nice play by David Amerson. And a late flag comes in. Wow.
Yeah, the official actually was going to throw it on time, and he tried to throw it and dropped it at his own feet, so he had to reach down and pick it up, so it came late, but he threw it immediately on the break of the route.
There are 2 flags out there.
Yeah, I just want to see the penalty. I thought that was a pretty nice play on the ball, unless Amerson had a hand on the back or something.
Right at the point where the ball got there, it was a good play. I think this was pre-ball flight, or before the ball actually got to the receiver. There was contact at the top of the route.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the defense. Holding, defense number 24, that penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense number 29, spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Well, you hear the Raider fans not happy. Some of the Charger fans have already departed. None of the Oakland fans are ready to leave just yet, and they're letting Jerome Boger and his crew hear it after the 2 penalties go against Oakland. It gives San Diego a first down at the 20-yard line with 7 minutes to go. Rivers again to Oliver out of the backfield. Oliver inside the 15 and fights his way to the 12-yard line. Ray Armstrong on the tackle. No huddle for San Diego on 2nd and 2. Handoff to Oliver. Cuts back and picks up a first down. It's 1st and goal. Let's go back to that interference call on 4th down.
They called one on Woodson right there. I don't know, at the top of that looked pretty good. Emerson's play looked pretty good. Woodson on the inside did grab Stevie Johnson and pull him back.
Rivers has time and just throws this one away. Good coverage by the Oakland secondary.
In defense of the referee, I think the referee saw the arm go out and looked like he was grabbing the receiver, but I don't think there was a grab that happened. I think it was probably a good, solid play by Emerson. But Woodson definitely was guilty, so.
Yeah.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was ruled to be outside the pocket when the pass was thrown. 2nd down.
Oof.
6:08 to go, 2nd and goal. Here's another look.
He's got to be outside. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yes. I don't know what he's talking about.
That's about as much in the pocket as you can be.
Yeah. That was a bad call. Bad explanation anyway.
Rivers gets rid of it, incomplete, looking for Woodhead. Remember last week in Green Bay, San Diego had 4 cracks. First from inside the 10, they couldn't score, lost the game.
And they were 2 of 6 in, as you mentioned earlier, Andrew, in the red zone in general in that game. They're a team that ranks right in the middle of the pack on the season, 54%. 18th in the league in the red zone as far as touchdowns are concerned, but they have struggled the last 2 weeks.
First time in the red zone today for San Diego. It's 3rd and goal. Rivers to a wide open Woodhead. He walks it in for a Chargers touchdown. First receiving touchdown of the year for Danny Woodhead, and San Diego is going to go for 2.
Well, this is almost inexcusable for the Raiders. When Danny Woodhead is on the field, you have to have someone accounting for him. He is out there for a purpose. They are trying to get him the football. Everybody in the NFL knows that. That was a complete bust of an assignment by a Raiders defense that's been very, very sharp and impressive all day.
So if the Chargers convert, they would make it a 2-possession game. They would trail by 16. San Diego this year 0 for 1 on 2-point conversions. The Raiders defense has not faced a 2-point play. Rivers over the middle, caught. Ladarius Green with the 2-point play. 6 minutes to go. Another onside kick coming. We're about to find out, but the Chargers have made it a 2-possession game.
Adventure, it's in our DNA, the discovery sport. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Thank you for calling Dish. This is Jill.
Hi, I'm Joe, and I heard I can lock in my price if I switch to Dish.
Yep, it's just $49.99 every month for 2 years. And you get 190 channels.
So my price won't go up? How do you do that?
How do we do it? Dish is how we do it. It's the Dish 2-year TV price lock. $49.99 every month for 2 years. You get Netflix or NFL Red Zone from NFL Network included for on here.
Oh, yeah. Lock me in, Jill.
Call 1-800-DISH-LOCK or visit dish.com.
Criminal Minds. New episode CBS Wednesday, 9/8 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Dish. The Dish 2-year price lock. Go to dish.com to learn more. And by Subway, the mouth-watering chicken and bacon ranch. Subway, eat fresh.
For those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS. The Raiders against the Chargers. Andrew Catalon, Steve Tasker, Steve Berline with you. 60 minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following this game, except on the West Coast. Chargers have made it a 2-possession game. 6 minutes remain. Josh Lambo appears to be setting up for another onside kick. Chargers tried one earlier, did not recover. 2 timeouts left for San Diego. Lambo's kick last time was good. Bounced high up in the air. Chargers just could not recover. This time, right to Rivera, who has it and runs out. So it'll be Oakland football, and we're going to go back to New York. An NFL Today update with JB and Bart Scott.
Dallas ties it up. This is the ensuing kickoff.
The seesaw battle continues as Dwayne Harris, former Dallas Cowboy, acts some revenge, takes it 100 yards to go up and regain the lead 27-20 in the Meadowlands.
5:18 and counting down in regulation. Back to Andrew, Steve, and Steve.
Wild one at MetLife Stadium. Thank you, guys. Here in San Diego, 37-21. Raiders have the ball back, and they'll start this drive at the Chargers 49. Latavius Murray trying to get around the outside, and he cannot. Picks up a couple. 2 weeks, 2 top teams. The Dolphins take on Tom Brady and the Patriots on CBS and NFL Network, and then the following week, the Browns meet the undefeated Bengals only on NFL Network. Chargers have used a timeout, so they have 1 remaining with 5:52 to go.
And this is one of the things we've been talking about over the break, guys, is that the Raiders completely have dominated this ball game, but the last 2 drives defensively, they've obviously let up. And the Chargers have marched the ball right down the field. A couple of blown assignments right there at the end on the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Neither of those guys were even covered. They've kind of lost their focus. Maybe they've got some backup players in there, whatever the reason. But Jack Del Rio knows that if they don't at least hold the football here, they've got to turn it up a notch on defense.
Empty backfield on 2nd and 9. Carr looking for Cooper, incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Jason Verrett.
And as you know, as we all know, the best defense is sitting on the sideline. Getting first downs, keep the defense sitting down, let them rest and keep the clock going. Why would they throw a pass? A lot of questions you can ask right now.
Completely agree. The Chargers didn't have to use a timeout because of the incompletion. Well, here's one other thing to take into account. The Raiders have not been in this situation too many times over the last couple of years.
That's true.
Trying to kill out a clock with a big lead.
They're not a well-oiled machine in their 4-minute offense.
Big 3rd down and 9 with 5:50 to go. Carr has time. Fires sideline. Crabtree makes the catch. And let's see where they spot it. That's going to be very close.
I think he's got it.
Got it, yeah.
And he was smart not to turn and run out of bounds as well. You see him just catch it and sit down right there. It was a very smart play by the veteran Michael Crabtree.
And they have moved the chains for an Oakland 1st down.
And every time, every positive play offensively for the Raiders is one more nail in the finish of the Chargers, and they've got to get the football back, and the Raiders aren't letting it happen.
Halou on the carry, inside 5 minutes to go, and San Diego has used its final timeout with 4:58 on the clock. Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS rocks regional games. In one matchup, the Bengals battle the Steelers while the Chargers take on the Ravens. Titans take on the Texans. Jets square off with these Raiders. Check your local listings, and of course, it all begins with your Super Bowl 50 team. JB, Tony, Bart, Coach, and Boomer on the NFL Today. Latavius Murray on that last carry. Picked up 3. 2nd down and 7 with 4:58 to go. Phillip Rivers has the most wins of any quarterback against the Raiders with 14 all time. John Elway second with 13, but Rivers does not look like he's going to add to his total, barring a miracle comeback here. 2nd down and 7.
Down! We're waiting! What's up?
Murray again. Clock will continue to tick. Chargers cannot stop it. It'll be 3rd down and short.
The Raiders will milk every second off this clock at this point. If you're the Chargers, you're coming into this game 2-4, and they're at the easiest part of their schedule. 5 straight games, this being the first of teams under 500. Could not be more disappointed of Phillip Rivers, Mike McCoy, and the Chargers to start this run off this way. They were hoping to get healthy over this 5-game stretch, not bury themselves deeper.
What's up?
3rd down and 4. Murray again. And Murray is stuffed. A flag comes in. A little extra curricular after the play with Ingram and Donald Penn. Melvin Ingram has to calm down. The last thing he wants to do is give Oakland a 1st down after the Chargers defense has stopped Murray on 3rd.
This was a very late flag coming in from the far side after the extra pushing and shoving came in. Actually, it was at the end of the play.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the offense. Holding, offense, number 72, that penalty is declined. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 72. 15-yard penalty, 4th down.
Both against Donald Penn,
and
the
they lose the
10-year
down.
veteran. They lose the down.
And the yardage for the field goal.
Exactly.
They're out of field goal range now. That's an enormous penalty.
2-possession game, you would have had to think that Del Rio would have sent out Janikowski for a field goal, try to get it back to a 3-possession game, but because of the penalties, Oakland's backed up to the 47-yard line, and they have to punt instead.
And the reason why it's still 4th down is that was a dead ball penalty after the play. That's what Jack Del Rio's asking, to still be 3rd down.
It's not, though. The play had been blown dead, and then Penn need.
If they took the holding penalty, it would still be 3rd down, but the unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, that plays in the books. It's an extracurricular activity.
That's why Ingram was so upset. Donald Penn giving him the extra business after the play was over while he was down on the ground. He got up.
Well, now they appear to be changing it, though, as the Oakland offense is coming back out.
Both fouls are there, but it was during the play. So the correct down is 3rd down.
Wow, so good job by Del Rio to plead his case.
Yeah, I mean, he knows more than we do. I'm sitting here thinking the 3rd down play is over. They're accepting the penalty, which was after the play had ended.
Well, now they've got a chance to at least get back inside Janikowski's field goal range, and he's got the longest. He's got one of the biggest legs in the National Football League, so anything inside of 60, I think they can give it a shot. Mike McCoy not happy.
That's what Mike McCoy is upset about.
Yeah, Mike McCoy not happy. He thought it was 4th and long. Instead, it's 3rd and 19.
They're going to talk about it right now.
While they talk about it, let's go back to New York. Our officiating expert, Mike Carey. Mike, how do you see this?
Well, there are 2 fouls. The holding is a live ball foul. If they decline that and the dead ball foul is accepted, the down rolls over to 4th down and should be a 4th down play.
That's exactly what I thought. Jack Del Rio, that's what Mike McCoy is.
And that's what Jerome Boger explained when he first announced, and then Jack Del Rio got his attention and seems to have affected that decision.
The ball is dead at this point. The hold already happened, and now we have the dead ball altercation. So the down is over, so that dead ball foul will be enforced, and the down will count, should roll to fourth.
Third down.
Well, that is very, very confusing. And if I'm Mike McCoy, I'm very upset about that. We just heard from the NFL officiating expert, Mike Carey, that's a dead ball foul. The down should be in the books, and it should be fourth down.
Instead, it's 3rd and 19. Thank you very much, Mike. And now we have another stoppage, and Oakland has called timeout.
And he's going to call. I guess this is a timeout. He's not going to continue to talk with the official about this. But it was announced as a dead ball foul. If it is a dead ball foul, the down counts.
Clock is stopped with 4:10 to go. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and a look inside the U.S. air war against ISIS, plus an interview with Vice President Biden. That's followed by new episodes of Madam Secretary, The Good Wife, and CSI Cyber, only CBS. Mike McCoy still hot on the San Diego sideline.
And rightfully so. The only I think defense of the call as it is if maybe they're ruling that it was not a dead ball penalty, but I thought they said it was a dead ball penalty.
Down. Blue Whitey. What's up?
3rd and 19. Raiders running the ball, so they keep the clock moving with Murray. And now out of field goal range, Jack Del Rio has not set the punt team out just yet. Now he does. Flowers and Crabtree having a little conversation. Let's go back to New York again. Mike Carey has more.
Yes, I talked to Dean Blandino, and what he's saying is that Jeff Seaman, who called the foul, said that it wasn't the pushing and shoving after the ball was dead. It was that during the play, the offensive man threw the defensive man down on the ground and then kneed him during the live action. So that's why they went back and put it on the play and remained 3rd down.
Okay, that
all right, Mike calling Dean Blandino, the Vice President of Officiating for the National Football League, to get clarification. We appreciate that, Mike and Dean, as Oakland is called timeout. So another look at the play. They're saying the foul occurred right here during the
first
play.
Foul, and then this, the knee right there is still during the play, not after the play.
So that's why it was still 3rd down and not 4th down. And now on 4th down, Marquette King is getting ready to punt.
I'll buy that. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, and it looked on the replay, and we don't have the live action, so we can't say when the whistle blew. So the knee that Penn put into Ingram obviously was during the play before the whistle.
Jacoby Jones has 4 career punt returns for touchdowns. He's awaiting the kick from King at his own 12-yard line. This one bounces and goes into the end zone, so San Diego will start at the 20. Well, been a physical game here, an AFC West battle between the Raiders and the Chargers.
Yeah, right there early in the game, the helmet ripped off Donald Butler, and then a lot of little kick action right there that Corey Leach is going to be hearing from the NFL about. We're sure. Charles Woodson with a great cleanup play at the end. Very, very clean play. And then a lot of festivities as the game gets down to the wire, down the stretch. The frustration builds a little bit. Boys will be boys.
13 penalties against the Raiders for 132 yards. Season high in penalty yardage. No timeouts for San Diego. 1st and 10, Rivers to Woodhead. Woodhead with some blockers. And Woodhead gets to the 27-yard line.
Danny Woodhead leads the NFL in yards after catch by over 100 yards over his closest opponent, which is Mark Ingram down in New Orleans. But he's dangerous when he gets that ball in his hands.
And Rivers incomplete.
Yeah, the Raiders defensively will give yards. They want everything in front of them. You can bet that it's going to be short passes and long runs.
Tough day for Phillip Rivers, coming off the record-setting performance last week in Lambo. Different story here today. 29 of 48 for 253 yards. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Rivers on 3rd and 3. Has some time, fires to a wide open Keenan Allen, who has the first down. At the 42-yard line, a gain of 15. San Diego cannot stop the clock. They will get the 2-minute warning. No huddle is nothing new for San Diego. 3rd most plays out of the no huddle in the NFL. Woodhead out of bounds. The only teams to go no huddle more than the Chargers this year, the Eagles and the Giants.
And we're at the point in the ball game too where now the Raiders are in prevent mode. Totally no timeouts left for San Diego. The only stoppage is the 2-minute warning. They're going to let them complete passes underneath in the middle of the field and just let the clock burn as much as they possibly can.
Keenan Allen to midfield. It'll be 3rd down and short, and I don't know if the Chargers will be able to get off another play before the 2-minute warning. They're hustling to the line, and Rivers has said he will. Hands off to Woodhead, who picks up the first down. 2-minute warning in San Diego. Chargers driving, they trail by 16.
What's with the helmet?
Oh, well, I got a life coach.
What's that like?
Wake up! Take the stairs. Say hello.
Hello.
Not him, her.
Hello.
No. 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 No.
You don't need a life coach. Subway makes better choices easy, like the low-fat, sweet onion chicken teriyaki. All white meat, crisp veggies, freshly baked bread, under 400 calories. Subway, eat fresh.
Come on, use your head.
A better network as explained by J.J. Watt chopping wood in the middle of the forest. Verizon has the largest 4G LTE network. What does that mean? Well, pretend J.J. Watt is your signal. It means even out here, way out here, you'll find your signal working hard. Really, really hard. Because that's what a strong network does. That and play football. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
Chrysler continues to break new ground in fuel efficiency, quality, and innovation, which is impressive. But doing it for 90 years is reason to celebrate. And there's even more to celebrate with 0% APR for 72 months at the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration event. Now get 0% financing for 72 months plus up to $1,500 total bonus cash on 2015 Chrysler vehicles.
America is fighting ISIS from the sky. See what that looks like for the first time.
Oh, gee, look at that.
Only on 60 Minutes tonight.
Monday on Colbert, don't miss Supergirl star Melissa Benoist. Then Tuesday, Stephen welcomes Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton. And Wednesday, catch Juliana Margulies.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, a look inside the U.S. air war against ISIS, plus an interview with Vice President Biden. That'll be followed by new episodes of Madam Secretary, The Good Wife, and CSI Cyber. Only CBS. 1:57 to go. Chargers have no timeouts remaining. 2-possession game. They trail by 16. On 1st and 10. Rivers to Woodhead. Woodhead to the 40. Cuts back to the 35. Woodhead with another San Diego first down. They have to hustle to the line. They cannot stop the clock. Rivers takes the snap with 1:37 on the clock. In trouble. Rivers throws it. And incomplete. He was outside the pocket. Shelby Harris, who was just promoted off the practice squad yesterday, applying the pressure.
And Phillip Rivers was trying to get this ball. He had two receivers, Danny Woodhead being one right there, and Ladarius Green, the tight end in front of him. There were two receivers in the vicinity where he was trying to go with that football. He just got hit.
Yeah, Joe Barksdale, right tackle, was slow getting up. Now he's going to have to come off the field as the training staff comes out to attend to him. Now the Chargers are regressing back to a point where they almost didn't have enough guys to put in the game. However, Chris Harrison will come in, play right tackle, finish out this game, and the Chargers' injury woes just will not go away.
And Barksdale's the one guy who's been healthy the whole year. He's played every game. In fact, he leads all NFL tackles in snaps. So the one guy they've been able to count on has to walk off with 1:31 to go.
Well, Phillip Rivers taking snaps out of the shotgun, trying to finish this out and get another touchdown on the board and just, hey, see what happens.
Another screen to Woodhead. To the 30, Woodhead reverses field. Great job after the catch by Danny Woodhead for another San Diego first down.
And the Raider defense right now is just in hang-on mode.
Complete prevent mode is what it is.
Complete soft. They're just trying to knock everything out, make tackles in bounds.
There it is again. Rivers to Woodhead, out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Well, to start the week, the Chargers had the easiest schedule of any team in the NFL the rest of the way. Actually tied with the Jaguars for the worst win percentage of their opponents. And you see what they have coming up. This was the first of 5 against teams with losing records. .105 to go. It's 2nd and 7. Rivers. Flag is down. Rivers just throws this away. Barksdale back in the game. And it's going to be holding against San Diego.
Well, I got to tell you, after the penalty.
Offense, number 60, 10-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
Phillip Rivers threw 65 passes last week. That right there was his 55th pass today. I've got to believe that's the highest 2-game total, or at least right up there
in NFL
history.
He told us Friday, I don't think I'll throw it 65 times again. Well, he's at 55 and counting.
And still time on the clock.
Following the penalty, 2nd and 17. Rivers over the middle, and there is Keenan Allen to the 11-yard line. It's first down.
Now here's where the Raider defense, you expect them to get a little bit more aggressive.
Rivers, end zone. Allen, flag is down. Did he get his feet down? Oh, they're going to say pass interference.
I don't know if I saw that.
Pass interference. Offense, number 13, 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
They never gave a signal if it was a touchdown, but obviously it doesn't matter because his penalty goes against Keenan Allen, who once again, even though it doesn't count, makes a highlight reel catch. Had one last week at Lambo.
Well, let's see if there's any kind of a push. That is not a push-off.
No.
And that's a touchdown.
And that's a touchdown.
That's not a push-off.
No, that's a swim move.
They're just hand fighting.
It's a hand fighting and to get himself turned around. I don't think that was a good call at all.
Takes a touchdown off the board. Screen to Woodhead with 30 seconds to go. Woodhead trying to get out of bounds. He can't. To the 11.
Yeah, that was a crusher there. He needed to get out of bounds, and those last 2 feet are going to mean.
The Raiders were not set. They had too many men on the field. A flag is down.
That's the quick snap was Rivers. He just snapped it and threw it down and turned around and said they got 12. And not only did they have 12, one of them was in the Charger backfield.
Men on the field, defense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Danny Woodhead has set a career high with 10 catches today, although the last one really hurt that he was not able to get out of bounds. Chargers have the ball at the 6-yard line. There's 10 seconds on the clock. Rivers to Woodhead for the touchdown. 6 seconds remain. San Diego has to go for 2, try to make it a 1-possession game. Second receiving touchdown of the day for Danny Woodhead, his 12th in his career.
Well, we said it right before halftime. I mean, Phillip Rivers is going to keep slinging, and you said he's pushing 60 pass attempts now once again. And, you know, he's just going to keep throwing and see what happens. I mean, he can't play defense. All he can do is take snaps and throw to the open guy. He's done that, got a quick penalty on the 12-man, gives his team every opportunity to win here in the second half, but the hole they dug was just too deep.
Trying to make it a 2-possession game. 2-point play is good again to Ladarius Green. Looked a lot like the last 2-point play. And now an onside kick coming with 6 seconds left. You got to think best case scenario for the Chargers, get the kick, throw up a Hail Mary.
Yeah, and that's all they've got left to hope for. I would say the odds are not in their favor, but you never know. I mean, it obviously could happen.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, if they had given Keenan Allen that touchdown and not called offensive pass interference, there would have been a lot more time on the clock. And the second one, even though Woodhead's had a big day, he's got to get out of bounds there on that catch around the 10-yard line.
Well, when you get to that point.
But that was after the Keenan Allen touchdown catch, so that time would have all been on the clock as well.
We knew in the first half everything was going to have to go right for the Chargers in the second half. And he also kind of could figure, particularly in the last 4th series, the Raiders kind of took a deep breath and said, all right, we're going to hang on here. And you see there 123 pass attempts in the last 2 games. Since 1950, that's a long time.
Most in a 2-game span. Phillip Rivers thrown it 58 times today after he threw it 65 last week. All right, 3rd onside kick attempt for the Chargers today. 0 for 2 so far. Can they get this one and throw up a Hail Mary? Rivera has it, and that will do it. Michael Rivera had a hand in all 3 of those onside kicks.
And for me, this is the same onside, the same thing they've done twice before. After one time, you'd think they'd throw a wrinkle. To give the same look 3 times in a row is just too easy to defend for the Raiders. I think the Chargers missed an opportunity by not having a bigger menu of trick onsides, but by the same token,
you don't
no
go
matter
into
how
a
you
game.
slice it.
They don't go to a game expecting to kick 3 onside kicks.
That is correct.
Very often.
That is correct.
San Diego had won 3 straight versus Oakland. And the Raiders are able to stop the streak. They win in San Diego for the first time in 4 years. And Oakland has matched its win total from all of last season. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes, followed by new episodes of Madam Secretary, The Good Wife, and CSI Cyber. Raiders win 37-29. For Steve Tasker and Steve Berline, I'm Andrew Catalon saying so long. You have been watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
It's the final countdown. The final countdown.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Play of the Day.
In Miami with 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter, Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill connects on a short pass to Jarvis Landry. He makes a nice move to avoid a tackle by Texans. Andre Howe eludes several other defenders en route to a 50-yard score. The Dolphins tallied 41 points in the first half, a franchise record, helping them to knock off the Texans.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I've won over $29,000 on FanDuel. Nothing special about me. The difference is that I played and they didn't.
He played 1 week fantasy football on FanDuel, where over 1.2 million people have won money.
If you think it can't be you, it can be you.
Choose a 1 week league, pick your team, and win. Leagues start from $1 and there's no season-long commitment.
Every week I can beat my buddies on FanDuel. Every single week I can win money on FanDuel.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code BASE.
Your team not giving you a reason to jump off the couch? We bet we know what will do the trick. Feel free to do a touchdown dance. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com.
CBS Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.
The good times are rolling on a new NCIS New Orleans CBS Tuesday.
There's more than one route to the top. The 2016 Lexus LS and the new LX. Each offering leading-edge comfort, safety, and performance technologies. The ultimate in refinement meets the ultimate in capability. This is the pursuit of perfection.
My name is Chris Prince. I've won over $700,000 playing on FanDuel.
FanDuel projects it'll pay out $2 billion this year. Winners get immediate cash payouts, and there's no season-long commitment.
FanDuel, I can make a new lineup every single week.
Choose a 1 week league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
I'm just a regular guy. FanDuel's made it where anybody can play, anybody can succeed.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code CYCLE1.
When StubHub tells Alan there are 2 tickets in his favorite section at his set price, Alan says,
Booyah! Hey, we are going! Wow! Let's do this! Yeah! Gonna get a what? Let's get fired up! Let's get fired up!
Hey, you can't have your fan out in here.
Playoffs.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
This is DirecTV, now part of the AT&T family and home of the Red Zone, the Fantasy Zone, the Dan Patrick Show, 20 years of NFL Sunday Ticket, Rich Eisen, and America's premier source for sports entertainment.
Job today belongs to Marquette King, the Raiders punter. I haven't seen him yet. Oakland has not punted with 9:42 to go in the third quarter. They've scored on all 7 possessions. They'll start this drive at their own 34-yard line. It is Latavius Murray with some room. Murray second level. Murray sheds a tackle and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 23 for Latavius Murray.
It's just looking way too easy for the Raiders right now. You see, again, we've seen it several times, both off the toss and off the handoff action, where they're pulling big boys out in front, getting to the edge, giving Latavius Murray or Taiwan Jones the opportunity to get to the edge and slice right up that sideline.
Oakland averaging better than 9 yards a play today. They have 381 yards of